Good morning, my dear students. Today we'd like to make a revision about the previous lecture. It was about finite and non-finite verbs. Finite and non-finite verbs. So who can tell me about the definition of finite verbs? What is meant by finite verbs? Yes, Hiba.
Finite is the verb that is finite or limited related with the subject.
Yes.
There are three types. The first, the present, and the second, person, and the third number. The finite will be changed to the subject. The finite will be changed for the number and tense and the person.
Yes.
And the non-finite is a verb will a great mean with the subject that will doesn't change with the for the number and the person and the present.
That's right. So there are three parameters and finite verbs are affected by them. The first parameter we have tense and number and person. Tense, person and number. Yes, Yasser. Do you have any other addition?
Your non-finite.
Yes.
Non-finite verb that does not have any agreement with the subject, and there is no parameters on this and the relation between them. There is three types of non-finite verbs. Gerunds, which is nouns, act like verbs, verbs act like nouns, and participles, present participle and past participle. And the third one is the base form of the verb, which is intentional.
Okay. From the definition of finite verbs, we have said that a finite verb is the verb that is finite or limited in its relationship with the subject, right? So there should be a subject. And the non-finite verb, it has no relation with the subject. So what if there is no subject? And I give you a verb and I ask you to tell me, is it a finite verb or non-finite verb? Last week I told you that there are two characteristics, there are two aspects that finite verbs show. Who can tell me? What about the first indication through which you guess that this is a finite verb or it's a non-finite verb? Yes, Yasser?
Tense.
So, finite verbs show tense. This is number one. And yes, Yamama? And it changes form. Finite verbs show tense and change form. Yes, Mus'ab. Right, Mus'ab? Yes, Mus'ab. Can you tell me about the kinds of non-finite verbs? There are three kinds. What are they? I can't hear you. Please raise your voice. We have gerunds and participles and infinitives. Yes. What is the definition of gerunds? Yes, thank you, Mus'ab. Yes, Muhammad.
The verb that act as noun.
Is the verb that acts as a noun after the addition of ing. So when we add ing form to the verb and we put the verb as a starting point in a clause, or we use it as an object, so it will be what? It will be a gerund. Okay, how many kinds of participles we have? Yes, Mariam. So we have two kinds, either present participle or past participle. Yes, who can tell me about the present participle? What is meant by a present participle is the verb that ends with what?
S.
What is the suffix of the present participle?
Subject. Verb.
Yes, منتهى. منتهى, right?
Subject.
No, I'm just talking about the verb. So the verb that we call as a present participle, it ends with ing. Okay? But it is used to show the continuous tenses. So it should be preceded by auxiliary verb. In case we are talking about the present continuous, or it can be preceded by was or were, in case we are talking about a past continuous, and it also can be used in the present perfect continuous and in the past perfect continuous. The most important thing is that it shows the dynamicity. It shows that there is such a kind of progression, there is such a kind of continuity in the action. So the question now is that what is the difference between gerunds, words that ends with ing, and present participles, words that ends with ing. So the difference is where in the function. Yes, please, your name? Yes, Manal.
الجيرانز الverb after noun يعني مثل الاسم
Gerunds are used as nouns. Verbs that are end with ing are changing to nouns, and we call them as gerunds. Yes, what about the present participle?
يكون فعل مثل الفعل
Okay, who can give me an example about gerunds?
Suffering is variable.
Serving is much fun, maybe. It's too interesting. Yes, Muhammad?
Swimming is my favorite hobby.
Swimming is my favorite hobby. I do agree with you. Me too. I like swimming. Yes, Yasser?
Exercising is very good for your health.
Yes, sure. It's really good for health, but nowadays the weather is too cold. So just because of the exercising, I'm getting cold and, I have a sore throat. Yes, what about present participle? Yes? Yes, your name? Yes, Mukhallem. Ali is planning. Ali is planning. So is followed by a present participle. Ali is planning to travel to Egypt. Yes, Mustafa.
The children are watching the television.
Children or the children are watching TV. Very nice. Yes, yes, what's your name? Yes, Nasreen.
The team is playing on
The team is playing on
Friday.
Friday. What about infinitives? Yes, what's your name? I'm asking you about your name. Yes, Muhammad.
For example, participle of the match is starting soon.
I want you to give me an example about infinitives.
The student tried to answer the question.
The student tried to answer. To answer is the infinitive. Yes, yeah.
I'm going to write a novel.
I'm going to write. To write is the infinitive. Yes, Muhammad.
I want to drink a cup of coffee.
I want to drink a cup of coffee. To drink. To drink is the infinitive. Yes, Muhammad?
I want to study English.
I planned to study. I planned to study English. So now, is it clear for you guys the difference between finite and non-finite verbs? I think it's too fair for you. And now let's shift to our new topic for today. Today we are going to explain the difference between verbs in case we are talking about the mood of the verb. From its name, the mood, we are as human beings, we have mood, right? Sometimes we have a tender mood, and sometimes we have a difficult mood, let's say, or strong mood, harsh mood. So here, in this word that is used grammatically, you can feel that what is meant by the mood is the verb is reflecting the intention. Yes, come on. The verb is used to reflect the intention or the attitude of the speaker. What do I feel? What do I want to say? What is my intention behind using this verb? You see? So, mood, it means the attitude and motive, or the intention, القصد, the intended meaning of the speaker, المعنى المقصود المتكلم. So let's have a look on its definition. What is mood in English? What is mood in English? Okay, mood is a verb form. So it is what? It is a verb form. Mood is a verb form that indicates هو شكل الفعل that indicates الذي يشير that indicates the intention intention معناتها القصد that indicates the intention or attitude معناتها الموقف. Okay, is the verb form هو شكل الفعل that indicates the intention or the attitude of whom? Of the speaker, the one who speaks. Okay, there are 4 major types of moods in English. By the way, some of the grammarians classify moods into only 3 kinds, and others classify them in more details, let's say, into 4 kinds. So I prefer to follow these kinds of classifications or classification. Let's divide them into 4 types. Okay, we have the first mood is indicative. It means الدلالي, okay, to indicate something, and it is the most commonly used kind of mood in English. And we have imperative. It means when you give orders, يعني الأمر, يعني المزاج الأمري, let's say, يعني imperative صيغة الأمر. And we have interrogative اللي هو الاستفهامي, يعني to ask a question or to request something. هذا نسميه interrogative. And the last one we have the subjunctive mood اللي هو الشرطي, يعني لما يكون intention or the attitude is conditional or subjunctive. So let's explain one by one in more details just to make it clear for you guys. We have the first kind, indicative mood. Please pay attention. We have the first kind is called as the indicative mood. What is meant by the indicative mood? Firstly, it is the most commonly used kind of mood. هو النوع الأكثر استخداما والأكثر شيوعا هو indicative mood. Why? Because we use it to some extent in every conversation, in every talk that we have to each other. We use the indicative mood. Okay? It is the most commonly used kind of mood. When the verb is used in this mood, it refers to what? To facts. It refers to facts. At least from the point of view of the speaker. So maybe for you, the thing that I'm talking about is not something truthful for you, but at least for me, it is something truthful. It's a fact. I believe with something happened to me, and I'm talking about, so I use the indicative mood. So at least for me, as a speaker, it is something, a truth, or I'm talking about a fact, you see? So we use the indicative mood to talk about what? To talk about facts. And it is the most commonly used kind of mood. And as I told you, at least from the speaker's point of view. Let's have a look on these examples. Okay, I love my students. By the way, I do love you. I love my students. So here we have love. Love is used as indicative mood. What is the mood of this verb in this sentence? It is indicative. I'm reflecting my feelings. I'm telling you a truth. What do I feel towards you? Okay? My friends got me an amazing book. My friends got. My friends got me an amazing book on my birthday last year. So here God is what this verb is used in the indicative mood. It's telling us a fact. So my friends got me. My friends brought me amazing book on my birthday last year. Okay? So this is a fact. And also we have she is my sister. She is my sister. Is here is used as in which kind of mood it is used? In the indicative mood. Because it's telling us a truth. It is a fact. She is my sister. Okay? And we have we are going. We are going to China next month. We are going. Okay, so we are planning to go to China. We are going to China next month. This is a fact, and the mood of this verb or verb phrase are going. It is used in the indicative mood. Is it clear for you guys? Okay. Now let's shift to the second kind of mood. It is the imperative mood. The imperative mood. So from its name, imperative, you give orders. You order somebody, you give a command to somebody to do something. So, when the verb is used in the imperative mood, it indicates an order. So either you give an order, this is number one, it either indicates an order, or it is used to give a request, when you ask for a request. For example, would you please give me, or not would you please, give me that glass of water. A request, okay? Or it is used to give advice, number 3, advice, or suggestion. Yes, number 4, suggestion, and warning. We have warning. So when you warn, when you threat somebody, you warn him from doing something. You also use the imperative mood. For example, do not talk to me in that way. Do not tell me so and so. You see? So this is a kind of warning. Do not do it again. Okay? This is a warning. So have a look on these examples. Don't touch my phone. So when we use the imperative mood, as you see, the second person is implied. Do you know what? The second person. So when I say, don't touch my phone, the second person is implied. In Arabic we call it مستتر. يعني نقول الفاعل أو ضمير مستتر. يعني you don't touch my phone. So you is used either with the singular person or with the plural. Okay? So this is one aspect of characteristic of the imperative mood, that the second person is used, it is implied within the sentence. يعني الشخص الثاني هو مضمن من ضمن الجملة ولكن ما كاتبه. يعني لما نقول don't touch my phone لا تلمس التليفون مالتي معناتها you don't touch my phone. اوكي فهنا عندنا don't touch هذه يعني imperative mood. This is an imperative mood. هذه صيغة أمرية. ولما نقول help me ساعدني imperative أمر. Help me with these questions please. Help me with these questions please. وهنا بعد الفارز please يعني kind of mitigator يعني يعني عبارة توضيح. يعني لما تخلون please بنهاية كلامكم أنتم راح تكونون ألطف يعني nice. You are going to be nicer. فكثرونا من please. Okay? And everything that you used to talk about, use the please. Okay. Don't forget to try this dish. Don't forget. You don't forget. Don't forget to try this dish. لا تنسى. جرب هذا الطبق. Don't forget. Okay. If it happened with you, you go abroad, for example, to China, do you have the desire to try their dishes? I don't think so, right? Do you like Chinese food?
I do.
All of you?
I do.
You do? So for example, you're going to try the jiko? dish of Jiko?
Maybe.
You know Jiko?
Why not?
جيكو يعني براسي. Yes? جيكو. والليزرد معناتها السحلية. والدراجون معناتها هي احنا نقولها التنين بس هي معناتها مغزل، هذا هو مغزل.
Frog يعني.
وعندنا الواسب الزنبور الأصفر. لا الهورنت الزنبور الأصفر. أي والواسب الأحمر. وانا الاثنين الحمد لله يعني I tried their bites يعني جربهم. Yes, we have don't listen to these people. Don't listen to these people. Just do it. يعني نسويها نستمع للناس هنا عندنا don't listen لا تستمع يعني imperative mood صيغة الأمر. Don't listen to these people. Just do it. Okay, هسه نكمل النوعين اللي بكن عندنا. Okay. We have the third kind of mood. It is the interrogative mood. The interrogative mood. يعني الاستفهامي، المزاج الاستفهامي للفعل. When a verb is used in the interrogative mood, it indicates a question. So when we ask a question, we use the interrogative mood. It shows that the speaker is doubtful about something and he wants to confirm it. This means that sometimes you are not sure about something, so you want to ask just in order to be sure about something. So you will always use the interrogative mood. For example, are you a teacher? Are you a teacher? So I'm doubtful. I'm not sure. I'm asking you, are you a teacher? So are here is using the interrogative mood. And we have, did you call me last night? Did you call me last night? So here did is used, did and call is used in the interrogative mood. And we have, will you invite them? Will you invite them? We have will and invite used in the interrogative mood. And do you have a car? We have do and have are used in the interrogative mood. Let's have a look on the last kind of mood. It is the subjunctive mood. The subjunctive mood هو الشرطية، الجملة الشرطية أو المزاج الشرطي للفعل. When a verb is used in the subjunctive mood, it indicates a hypothetical. Hypothetical معناتها افتراضي، يعني unreal. Hypothetical, unreal situation. This means that we are not talking about facts. We are talking about hypothetical, unreal situations. Okay? For example, wishes, or desires, or dreams maybe. For example, if I were you, if I were you. So here we use were just to show the wish, just to reflect the wish. If I were you, I will not give up. If I were the president, if I were the king, if I were, it means I'm talking about a wish. Okay? And so here, if I were, here were is used in the subjunctive mood, and here we have if clause, and it is used in the subjunctive mood, يعني if الشرطية نسميها. And we have I wish I were a rich man. I wish. So I wish I were. Okay, we have wish and were is used in the subjunctive mood. And here we have a very important note, Yasser, concerning your question. In the subjunctive mood, when we use the subjunctive mood, the verb form doesn't change according to the subject. So the verb remains as it is. Okay? It always remains in the base form. For example, the doctor advised that she be. I didn't say she is. The doctor advised that she be taken to the hospital. So here, be taken to the hospital. This is a subjunctive mood because the verb is used in the subjunctive, in the base form. Okay? Okay, Kalami. Let's define the word mood again. What is meant by the mood? Mood is a property of verbs. Mood is a property of verbs. يعني تعتبر خاصية من خاصيات الأفعال. as a property of verbs which shows the mood or attitude اللي تشوف المزاج أو attitude الموقف أو intention of whom of the speaker للمتكلم. واضح؟ It is used to denote whether the speaker is stating. هي نستخدم المود حتى نبين to denote حتى نستعرض أو نشير فيما إذا كان المتكلم whether the speaker is stating معناتها إنه يعني ينطي statement يعني ينطي جملة خبرية يعني explaining something سواء قال for example a fact بيقول لنا على حقيقة معينة or asserting أو يأكد لنا على يعني a piece of information على معلومة يأكد لنا إياها okay or asserting a fact. هذا أول حالة. Or it may be used to denote asking a question يعني نستخدم المود حتى نسأل أو نطرح الأسئلة to ask a question or expressing a condition أو التعبير عن شرط معين اللي نستخدمه بالحالة الرابعة اللي هي subjunctive mood or giving a command أو إعطاء الأمر اللي هو interrogative mood. So let's have a look on these examples. Consider the following examples. Here we have Muhammad is what? Muhammad is the subject, is quiet. So here we have is. What is the mood of this verb? The mood of this verb is what? Is indicative. الحالة الأولى نسميها indicative mood. واضح؟ هذه الحالة اللي هي الدلالي يعني النمط الدلالي أو المزاج الدلالي يعني هنا we are talking without fact نتكلم عن حقيقة. محمد is quiet. محمد هو هادئ. واضح؟ الحالة الثانية is محمد quiet. is محمد quiet. هنا is استخدمت بيامون استخدمت بش interrogative mood. واضح؟ ولاحظوا الانتروجاتيف مود انتهى بالكويستشن مارك بعلامة السؤال. is محمد quiet. الحالة الثالثة انتبه يمين محمد وراها فارسة محمد be quiet. محمد be quiet يعني imperative يعني command يعني دا أنطي أمر لمحمد دا أقول له خليك هذا be quiet اهدأ كون هادئ. واضح؟ فهنا البي استخدمت بيا مود استخدمت imperative mood. واضح؟ أما الحالة الرابعة اللي هي عندنا الإف الشرطية تعرفوها الإف كلوز بدأت الجملة بالإف إف محمد وير. انتبه محمد هو مفرد واستخدمنا وياها الوير. ليش؟ لأنه بنتكلم عن تمني عن وش يعني محمد هو بالأصل هو يعني is not quiet بس دا أتمنى دا أقول if محمد were quiet لو محمد كان هادئ I might study أنا ربما أدرس. واضح؟ فهذا شو نسمي الحالة الرابعة؟ نسميها subjunctive mood. واضح؟ فبالامتحان شو راح يجيكم السؤال؟ يا اما اقول لك عرف لي كل واحد من هذه المودات او اقول لك جمل انطيك واخلي لك خط جوا الكلمات يعني tell me about the kind of the mood of the following underlined verbs يعني احكي لي او اشرح لي على او حدد لي نوع المود في كل من الافعال الاتي. اتمنى يعني وصلت لكم المعلومه بطريقه مبسطه والموضوع اصبح يعني clear for you. And in the end, I wish you the whole well-being, and I hope that you've got the topic clearly and smoothly and easily. Thanks a lot for your listening. Thank you so much.